Hello, it's a new dawn, it's a new day, it's a continuing project with this office. It is the 14th of October today, so what I just showed you I did yesterday, and then my parents swung by to help us carry a very heavy shelf down into the basement, and then we had dinner and our stream, and then we went to bed. But a few developments. First of all, I don't think I like the placement of this desk, partly because the sun keeps hitting me in the face. That's fixable with blinds or a curtain or something, and it's nice that the sun is out. There are going to be very many dark months ahead of us, so it's nice that the sun is out. But more importantly, I don't like the mess of cords that is visible from the other side of the desk. And since that side of the desk is in plain view when you enter this room, when you sit over in the little to-be reading nook, etc, etc, I don't like it. And the second thing is that I cannot see the birds outside the window. The birds in the apple tree right outside the window. I'll show you what it looks like for me when I'm sitting in my normal spot facing the desk. I'm now facing away from the desk. I'm going to show you what that looks like, and it's very sad because the birds live in that tree, and the tree is probably most likely not movable, nor is the window without a lot of construction work, and I want to be able to see birds. So I have two thoughts and two options. To fix the cord situation, I could put on one of these screen things that came with the desk, or we bought it with the desk. We still have them. They're down in the basement right now because Marcus was gonna put them on his desk, but I can steal one back because he hasn't used it yet. I can steal one back and put it in the corner where most of the cords are. It won't take away from the view given that the desktop itself already blocks that. So that's one option. To fix the bird problem, or the lack of birds, I could either shove my desk, I'm getting very bright now, I could either shove the desk further that way and then take up the entire window, have the desk take up the further side of the window and have me sitting this side of the window. Or I could turn it 90 degrees, which was what I talked about in the very beginning. In the very beginning of this video, I did talk about having the desk facing the window, but I was worried that the screens were gonna block my view, which possibly would still be true in terms of birds and general view. And secondly, people could walk in from behind me because my back will be to the door, which is currently just a doorway, but will be a door soon. So from a view perspective, I think just shoving the desk a little bit over would work. I could see out, and the cord, the extension cord I have for all the cords under my desk is long enough to do that. I don't think that would be a big problem. And then also putting the screen on, wow, I'm getting bright. And then also putting the screen on the corner of the desk to hide most of the cords from the rest of the room, because they annoy me and they're very ugly and I don't like them. So, wow, I'm way too overexposed. Hold on. That's a little bit better, huh? So that's something I think I'm gonna do. I might need help moving the desk because it's quite heavy now with all the things on it. So Mark is currently away. He's gone to the store to get some groceries for tonight. I'm gonna keep working on the bookshelf that I got delivered yesterday. I'm still cleaning it, and I'm trying to take out the red, very bright paper that was in it, and I'm having to do that with a knife and some pliers. So I'm gonna keep working on that, and then hopefully maybe move the desk later today, as well as set up the bookshelf and a few other bits and bobs. I currently have, I think, 4 boxes of stuff, not counting one that is stuff for work. I will not be able to unpack that. That will just have to sit in my office or somewhere else in the house until I'm back at work, which I am on Monday. Today's Friday, but I'm not gonna haul that box on a train. So I will slowly but surely bring all those things over to work. But I think I have 4 boxes left. One is almost empty. It has a paper holder on it that I just need to find a home for. And my desk is very full, and I don't like that my desk is this full. It's a huge desk, and now it's just full. I don't like that. And then I have 2 boxes that are plushies, and 1 box that is papers and non-fiction and stuff. So I'll get cracking on this and figure stuff out as I go. If there's anything more to figure out, there's probably more to figure out because there always is. And eventually I will have a little, not a sling, but my desktop will actually be under the desk on a little thing, so it doesn't take up space on the desk, and that's gonna be lovely. But that is not for today. I still have to order one and get it delivered and stuff, but making progress. making progress. It's time to start filling this baby up, and the camera battery is already flashing at me, so expect the angle to change momentarily. But I'm gonna open up this. Why don't I have my chair? Hold on. The chair I previously used has things on it, so I brought in a new chair because you can never have too many chairs, apparently. Ugh, here is the box. You can't see it, but it's right here. You can see some things on it. Here is the box of non-fiction stuff, some notebooks, and some binders. As I was saying, the camera battery died, but I want my TBR on this shelf as well, and I want that visible. I don't want that in the bottom anywhere. And also this shelf. I keep forgetting this. I keep thinking of 2 shelves and a ledge or an open surface, but I have up here too. Either way, I do want to put my TBR in here, which is about 25-30 books, I think. However, they are not here. They are on the literal other side of the house where we have our books, which are not yet unpacked. So I'll have to go get them eventually and figure out which of all the book boxes they are in. But I'm going to start with what I have here, and also probably move my temperature blanket box, which is up there on the wardrobe behind you. Probably put that in here. I'm a little bit undecided, but yes. Either way, for now we're opening this up, and first we have a bunch of pens and post-it notes and stuff like that, which I want closer to the desk than here, unless there are spares. I mean, maybe I don't need 15 different piles of post-it notes. The emphasis here being maybe, because I love my post-it notes. So we have those. And then we have some novel notes and just some blank folders, so empty. They're not blank, they're very clearly not blank, but they are empty folders. And then we come to the non-fiction. And now I don't have a lot of non-fiction. Like I have, this is my writing and my crochet non-fiction and fashion, because I have 2 books on fashion. One is the fashion file, which is the stylist, I believe, behind, the costume designer, sorry, from Mad Men. And then I have a book on vintage and different decades. So I'm gonna just start filling this up, might show you a few books here and there, and then see where this takes us. back to an update to my office space. Today is the 20th of November and I have actually done a lot since I last talked to you, and I put it off for so long because I was like, I need to film myself doing this. And then I didn't feel like being on camera, I didn't feel like making videos, I didn't feel like setting it all up, even though it's not that much. It's a camera on a tripod, there are no fancy lights or anything, but either way, November 20th and I am back. I'll go ahead and give you a 360 of the room and go ahead and show you what I've done and talk through some issues I am having or some thoughts that I'm having about this whole process, project, room thing. All right, let's start sort of in the same direction that we've started in before to tell you that the door is up on its hinges. I can actually close this door, which is good for when I work from home or for other reasons don't want to be disturbed. It's also good from the perspective that I can actually close this door in the evenings so that the cats don't get into this room, because we have a neighborhood cat who is creeping around and likes to sit on the porch outside my window. And the cats I live with have broken a couple of flower pots while trying to defend our home from this intruder. So door is thumbs up, even though the door is so ugly and I don't like looking at it. But it serves its purpose, so that's good. Spinning you on this way, nothing much has changed over here. The mirror means you can see my desk. We'll get to my desk in a while. But my clothes are still on this rack, and then you can see here that the wardrobe is actually much improved. I'll tilt you up just a little bit because the shelves are a lot neater, both on the outside, these ones you can see over here, but I've also organized this a bit better, but I won't open that and show you right now. And then two of the plushies have found a sort of home up there, although none of them really fit. So we'll see where they end up staying. This chair is still here, which it doesn't need to be, but I don't know why I haven't moved it either. Possibly because our kitchen is a mess because we're refurnishing that as well and, you know, changing the whole kitchen around eventually. But yes. There's also a whiteboard on the floor over here that is not supposed to be on the floor. Eventually it will get hung up somewhere, but it isn't for right now. Now I know I said I was going to do a 360, but I'm just going to lift you and move you over to my desk for a bit so we can look at that old mess, which is this. So it's coming together better. I have my desktop set up like it should be. Desktop, screen, keyboard and mouse trapper. No, roller mouse is what I have. And then my laptop just sits in front because my laptop is strangely a more powerful computer than my desktop, and I do my editing and stuff on that, and sometimes I just end up using that for other things as well. And then there are a few bits and bobs like here in the front, or front to you, not front of the desk, but front to you, that don't really have homes. Like it's a charger for my Fitbit, it's some magnets for the whiteboard. I don't really know where they'll go. And I really wish that this desk had drawers, but it does not. We also have a heater pad that is not warm, but it has no other home, and a little raccoon friend that's keeping me company today. Notebook, where I write a bunch of things down. And this is full of autumn leaves. Fake ones. My husband got these for me a couple years ago now. They're like fabric leaves. A couple different colors. This might be very loud, I'm sorry. I don't know what I'm doing with these. I've been meaning to put them up somewhere, and then subsequently I have not. I'm still not super happy with the desk because I feel like it's very full of stuff, and again it doesn't have the drawers that I wish it did. And I also haven't put up the sort of screen thing that would go on the outside here that would block these cords from being visible from over here in the room. But I don't know, I'm not sold on my desk. Maybe because it ends up being a place where things just end up, I don't know, but it is what it is. I also haven't tried turning it yet because I think that would just block the entire view, so not super happy with this. Moving the camera back over, we have the window, which is still where it always has been. I have not moved the window. And then here we have the bookshelf. The bookshelf, which has actually changed a bit. I'm going to tilt you again, like so. So here we actually have some changes. We have the lamp, there we go, that I showed you before that I really like. And then some random, like some driving books, a 5-year diary that I don't use, some writing craft books. Here we have some crochet stuff, some fashion stuff, some Austen stuff. And here is my entire TBR, minus one book that I started reading and then paused because I wanted to reread this instead. So I'm rereading this. I borrowed Teresa's copy because my copy is with a friend and has been for years at this point. I'll make sure to get it back soon, but I've read about half of this in less than a week. So, love this book. But yes, this is my TBR minus one book. That one book is The Fifth Wave by Rick Yancey. And I also have one book on the shelf, which I have borrowed from the person who's borrowed Red Wine and Royal Blue from me. So we have a little bit of a trade going on. I also don't know if I showed you these little wicker furniture. They're really, really cute. And just 2 candles. And I have also installed some fairy lights, which you did see me weave through before. They look like this. I'm gonna get them to where they don't flicker. There we go. Kind of cute. I haven't weaved them as best I could, but it looks quite nice. So yes. And I also don't know if the giant bee up here is gonna stay because that's a bookend that I'm not using as a bookend. So I think it could do better elsewhere. And then if we pan this down a little bit, I have 2 drawers. Whoop, there we go. I have 2 drawers. One has pens, one has old writing stuff. And then the majority of this is yarn, which sounds like a lot, but it's contained in baskets. So I have my temperature blanket yarn on this side and just some miscellaneous yarn on this side. Next to this, we have my typewriter, which doesn't have a permanent home, and that is fine. I do still want to use it more than I do. I do have some video ideas for it, but we'll see when and if they come to life. I also have this chair over here, and I've put up a little typewriter piece of art that I have. And I am torn on this chair because it is relatively comfortable, and I have filmed a fair few videos in it. Like the intro to this section of this video was filmed there, for example. But I don't know if I need it. Like visually, it's not a very appealing chair to me. Comfort-wise, it's fine. But I don't know if I need it, because as I'm gonna spin you around, I feel like every single wall of this room has something on it, against it. There's furniture everywhere, and I don't know really how I feel about that. And I'm debating if I need this, because it could be comfortable to just curl up and read, but I don't ever really read in that chair, or I haven't so far, and we've lived here for closing in on 2 months now. And over on the other side of the house, we have our library. It's where most of our books are, minus our TBR, which is what I'm gonna be trying to read off of, you know, for the time being. But we have that there, and we have comfortable armchairs, we have a rocking chair, a couch is getting moved there soon-ish. So like it has a lot of comfortable not writing space, but yes, probably that too, but comfortable reading space. And so I don't know if I need this, but this is also more comfortable to sit on than like a wooden chair. So I'm torn. It might just be that I'm not super aesthetically in love with it, but we shall see. For now it sits there. And this also may be a good shot to point to both of the curtains, like the curtains on both windows. They match each other, but they're, again, not curtains that I have picked, nor probably would have picked. Changing curtains is not the most time-consuming thing, but I just haven't. And then we're gonna spin, 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 spin. And yes, it is snowing outside. So look at all that white, you know, the white roof over there and stuff. How lovely. Here we have this little table, which has been very off-centered. Let me fix that for you. Maybe that's a bit better, I don't know. Usually Red Wine Royal Blue does not live on there, but now it does. And this, again, is a table that was left behind by the previous owner. Chair is ours, and I just kind of maybe wanted it there to do something. I still have this like, ooh, I could sit there and journal idea, or ooh, I could use my typewriter there. But I don't know. I like it, but I'm not fully sold. And again, I think that's partly because there is furniture everywhere. Spinning you a little bit further, you'll be happy to see that there's no longer a lamp here, because yesterday I carried that over to where it should be. But the cat tree is still here. This is a little footstool that sort of came with the chair over there. Doesn't get used as a footstool though, it just lives there. And the little thingamajig up there is still there. So yes, I just feel like there's a lot of things everywhere because if I keep turning you, we're back at the door. Oh, and I just feel like there's a lot of stuff everywhere. We also have a fairly, I'm going to move you again. Whee! We also have a fairly big piece of floor right here. I mean, the whole room has a big floor, but like this, where I might like a rug, but I don't know. Also, over here, you can see that we have one box of stuff remaining. Whoop. There we go. We have one box of stuff remaining in this room. That box is full of plushies, and looking around this room, there is nowhere really for them to go. They don't fit in the current furniture, on the current furniture. So I had an idea of maybe putting something else over here, because again, the cat tree does not have to stay in here, but that would mean putting more furniture in this room. Yes, the cat tree would go, but it would still be not a piece of furniture. So yeah, I don't know. I'm a little bit undecided, uncertain, unsettled with this. If you have any tips, thoughts, ideas, please let me know in the comments down below. But yes, I think this is how far I'll get for right now. I think this will be the end, sort of, to this little series. For right now, I am, as I said, not quite set and settled in it being this way, looking this way, and eventually I'll want to do the walls and stuff as well. But for now, we will cap this as a 3-parter and then we'll just see from there. Thank you so much for watching. I'll be back with another video soon, so I hope to see you then. Bye!